Colorado Springs at the Black Sheep, and I'm sitting here with Mike Spreitzer, the guitarist from DevilDriver. How's it going?
Could be better. Been sick, but hanging in there.
Now, this is the second to the last date of the tour.
Yep.
How has the tour been going so far?
Much better than expected. We were really happy with all. The numbers have been better. The show's been great. Cancer Bats and Baptized in Blood are an absolute joy to be out with. Could not be happier.
Now, you guys played in Colorado a lot over the years. Mm-hmm. Is there something about the venues, because you played in all kinds of venues, something about the venues or the people in Colorado compared to other venues?
I just think it's got a good metal market. The Midwest and, sorry, my phone's ringing. And it's just, Colorado's just always been a good market for us. It really doesn't have anything to do with the venues. It just has to do with the people around here.
Bound by the Road, I think this is the third time you guys did that tour with the same name. That's 2008, 2010, and...
I think we've done it more than 3 times.
Why that name?
You know what? I don't know. It just always... the conversation never comes my way before we go out and tour. I just look at the laminates or look at our tour schedule, and there's the name again.
So this...
It's got a nice ring to it.
But this is a DevilDriver headlining tour.
Yes.
All of you guys play and listen to a wide array of music. What made you guys decide to play the music you play?
Well, I mean, we all listen to, a lot of different styles of music, but I think the common ground for us has always been heavy metal, and if someone always asked us what our favorite style of music was, I'm sure anyone else, in the band would say heavy metal. It's just kind of what we grew up on, and was always the main genre of music that captivated us as when we were kids. And I mean, there's other styles of music that I would like to play in the future, but for right now, heavy metal is it.
At what album did you come into the band?
Well, I came in during the record cycle of the first record, but I did not play on the first record. And the DevilDriver did 2 tours, one with Superjoint Ritual and one with Opeth in the States. And then it was the 3rd tour when we went to Europe with In Flames, was when I came in the band.
You guys release an album every 2 years. Is that planned like this, or it just works out like that?
It's just kind of worked out like that. It's not that we've planned on doing it, but we do quite a bit of touring, and we just kind of would, do a record, go out and tour, hit all our markets, it seems like at least twice, go to Europe, Canada, Australia, all over Europe, and do all that, possibly South America, and then, it's like, well, we're done. We already did, let's go do another record.
The Beast is going to be released on February 22nd, and once again, Andy Sneap?
Well,
he mixed it. Who else was involved in the production as far as producing, mastering, and stuff like that?
Mark Lewis was, he produced it, and Andy Sneap mixed and mastered it.
And speaking of Mark Lewis, you guys always recorded at that Sonic Ranch Studios in Texas, correct?
Well, not always. The first record was done, I think, at a couple different studios around the LA area with Ross Hogarth. And the second and third records were done in Sonic Ranch in El Paso. And Pray for Villains was done in... that was done in LA at Logan Mader's studio. And we decided to go back to Sonic Ranch this time. Again, we like the group dynamic, keep everyone together. Pray for Villains, there wasn't really much of a group dynamic between the band, because Logan Mader's studio is kind of small, and there's not really much room in there for more than 1 or 2 people at a time. So it's basically go in and do your parts and go out, and we didn't want to do that this time. So we went back to where we're comfy at.
Oh, there you go. The response of the new album, I mean, those ones that have been released, and I guess it's leaked on the internet already, have been pretty good so far. And when Dead to Right was released on Roadrunner, the server crashed. Were you guys surprised? And what is your take on the new record compared to the other ones you did?
Well, I was very pleased to hear that we crashed the servers. I heard we crashed them in the UK as well as in New York, which is a good thing, which means people are,
Digging it?
either digging it or just really eager to hear, what we're coming out with, which is really exciting for us. Our last record, is a little bit more of an experimental record for us. It's definitely not our heaviest record, and we just kind of wanted to go in a little bit of different direction for Pray for Villains, which I think we did, and I'm very happy with that record. I think we did a lot of cool stuff on it. But with Beast, we just decided to make it versatile and volatile and just make it as heavy as we possibly could, and we just wanted to make a brutal record, hence the name Beast. It was shot somewhere in LA, and we decided to go with a different director this time, and we've been using Nathan Cox for the last 3 videos, and he's done a great job. But we just wanted to try something different this time, and it from what I've seen, it came out great, and I'm very, very happy with it.
Yes. Roadrunner is now fully owned by the Warner Group.
I believe so, yes.
Does that make a difference, good, bad, or different, for you guys as an artist on that label?
Actually, from what I've seen, things have been getting better for us since it's happened, believe it or not. So I'm, I don't really deal with the label a whole lot. A lot of that stuff is done with Dez. But, it seems like, we've been getting a little bit more love out of them recently. So no complaints here.
Now, these days, everybody has Pro Tools on their computer, and everybody can record, mix, and do an album at home in the basement, and a lot of mediocre bands come out. Do you think the market is saturated with bands like that, and are there any more good albums released from bands of the basement?
Well, I don't know. I guess maybe it is a little bit more oversaturated now because it's easier for everyone to record at home. But, I mean, we get a lot of demos on the road, and, not to try to sound like a dick, but 99% of them suck. They're just either poorly recorded or they're just not interesting whatsoever. I have gotten a few really good records from people. Just recently when I was out in London, I got it's not a demo, but I believe they're unsigned right now. A band called Esoterica, and they're one of my favorite bands now. I think they're just absolutely incredible. So it's a very good thing, and the other side of that too, it makes it a lot easier for us because that's how we write our records. I have my own studio, and I don't use Pro Tools because I hate Pro Tools. I like to use Cubase, and we do all the pre-production at my house. So it's basically, we kind of, in a way, record the record twice. We do it all at my house. Basically cut the fat off all the songs, over time, listening to it over and over again. And this way we can also give CDs to Dez for him to start demoing vocals over. And then once we're happy with everything, we go back in the studio with a real producer and kind of do it all over again. And then we make even more changes coming from the producer's point of view.
Now, do you guys, do you guys rehearse the songs at all before you go to the studio?
We kind of have in the past a little bit, but the last 2 records, no. Sorry.
It's okay.
There's really not much of a need to, because a lot of this, especially now since we're on our 5th record, we're not going to be playing all the songs off the record live. We just, people want to hear a little bit of each record. So we usually do the record, figure out which songs we are going to play live, and that's when we start rehearsing them.
Do you think CDs are going to go away kind of like cassette tapes did in favor of MP3s as the preferred listening method?
Absolutely. They already are on their way out. I mean, I love my CD collection, and I'll never get rid of it. I mean, I still have it. I still play CDs. Usually in my bathroom because I don't have an MP3 player.
How about vinyls?
That's something I've actually wanted to get into and actually start getting some vinyls. Is one of my good friends who's kind of a sound junkie. He recently got a vinyl player, and he's been doing a lot of research online on how the sound quality on vinyl is actually much more superior to even CDs. and how the whole 44.1 16-bit, CD format is actually kind of
compressed.
Well, I mean, that's not even so much compression, but it's just the whole audio to or analog to digital conversion. You get some, quality loss in the, in your final product. And I'm hoping in the future that MP3s are going to go away and people will finally discover that there are better ways to listen to music. But I just don't think enough people out there care all that much. They'd rather they don't really notice it, and I can tell the difference between an MP3 and a CD. And I don't listen to vinyl, so maybe one day I will, but actually I know one day I will for sure. I just haven't invested into it yet. But I'm hoping that one day people will want better quality sounding music, but as of right now, I just don't think there's a market out there for that. I think people are happy with MP3s. They want to stick 10,000 songs on their iPod and just listen and not even worry about it.
Now, these days, a lot of bands are releasing vinyls, colored vinyls, picture vinyls. Any plans for DevilDriver to do that?
I would like to see a DevilDriver vinyl, but I'm pretty sure that Roadrunner has released some of their artists on vinyl, but we never have, which is unfortunate. Hopefully one of these days we will.
Visuals, booklet, and cover art and stuff like this. How important is that to you as an artist?
I think it's very important, especially for me that grew up in the CD generation. I loved getting the CD and just sitting there at my desk, when I should have been doing my homework and just listening to the CD and reading all the lyrics, reading all the things and all their endorsements and just, all this random stuff. And I even go back now and it's kind of funny for me, some of the CDs that I bought when I was a kid, like reading some of the things and going like, oh, dude, I've met that guy, and it's just like, that's so weird. But, yeah, I'm a total CD nut. I love my CDs.
You guys had a thing by Dan Burke online. You may know us from the stage. And, I looked for it and I couldn't find it. But, I saw it, over the months. Where could one find that now?
Well, it's going to be released with our special edition of Beast. There's going to be a DVD package with that. Along, I believe, I can't say for sure, I believe that there is going to be some additional content on there that no one has seen yet. And I don't know if Dan actually took that down. He might have taken it down because it's going to be getting released on the DVD. But that's what happened is we were, going to release it as a DVD, but then the plans fell through for that, and then so we decided to release it free online because we had been working on it for so long, and we just wanted to get it out there to everybody. And then then Roadrunner came through, and they said they wanted to put it, packaging together with the DVD for the new album. So we're like, great. So it finally officially gets released.
Now, you and Jeff were at NAMM this year. How was that? And any after party stories in the Rainbow?
Not the Rainbow, at the Hilton, from what I can remember. I was told I was at the Marriott for a little while, but I don't remember. Yeah, it was fun. It was cool.
Was it just you guys or the other band members too?
Berkman was there for a little while too. He had some things to do, but yeah, I always like going to the NAMM convention. It's kind of a way to, all the people that we work with. It's an easy way to kind of catch up with everybody and say hi to everyone that's been helping out the band, because there's a lot of companies out there that that help us out quite a bit.
I see you are endorsed by ESP.
Yep, and Jeff and I, we just
yeah, plug it, plug your website.
Well, no, I was going to get to that also, but regarding ESP, they just released Signature Series guitars for me and Jeff. So the guitars that you've been seeing us play on stage, you can go and buy them now. And the other exciting news is Jeff and I started our own website called allaccess.com, and it's all online guitar tutorials from the actual artists that wrote the songs, and a number. We're still in the beginning phases of the website, but there's a lot of stuff that we have planned in the future, and it's still a baby, but it's going to be maturing very quickly.
Yeah, and this is all ALL Access, AXESS.
All Access, ALLAXESS. Axe as in a guitar. Trying to be creative.
Yeah. Ooh. Now, DevilDriver has been a touring machine for every record. I know after this tour, you guys gonna go to Australia for Soundwave.
Soundwave.
With Iron Maiden, right?
Yeah, Iron Maiden's headlining it.
And what's after that?
I'm not allowed to say quite yet. We do have something planned. It's very exciting. We're not going to be headlining. And it starts... Actually, I shouldn't even say when it starts.
Can you say if it's going to be in Europe or in North America?
In the States. It's going to be in the States. But I'll say late April. And you should know in a couple weeks. Maybe even a week.
Cool. And now the famous last words.
Go check out Beast. Comes out February 22nd. Don't forget to check out me and Jeff's new website, allaccess.com. And Australia, I absolutely can't wait to see you guys out there. It's my favorite place to tour. It's going to be a good time.
Thank you.
Thank you.